Hadouken! My fist to your face! What's up?
Ow.
Wait a minute.
What?
Is it recording?
Yeah. Oh, yours?
The little thingy didn't disappear. Wait a minute.
What?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. The little, floater thing, the little floaty settings thing. Yeah, we're good. Technical difficulty averted. Yeah, what's up?
Well, I have quite a few things to talk about today, and I was thinking we could take turns with whatever. If you have anything to talk about.
Sure. You want to kick it off?
Sure. Well, last time on our last slice, by the way, I forgot to say that this is slice number 5.
Okay.
So, on our last slice number 4, at the end of it, I said that I was gonna mention a dot hack movie that I watched a few months ago. I forgot what it's called, but let me look it up.
Well, I'm thinking, from what I remember, the dot hack movies had names like Liminality and stuff like that, unless that was a series.
I don't know. It was a really awesome movie. It was a CG movie.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name of what it was. Should have written it down, really. Let's see, dot
Use your I touch yourself and look it up.
dot hack movie.
I think there were several, so it's gonna find them all.
Oh, darn it! I'm not even connected to Wi-Fi.
Ha! Fail.
Hey, do you have any games on your phone that you play?
I tried out what's called Hatsune Miku's live stage producer,
Oh,
where you basically.
yeah. You
I
mentioned it.
yeah, well, I mentioned it, but you're asking me, so that's really what I play on my phone. Thank you.
Sure.
It's called a Hatsune Miku live stage producer. It's made by the company that does everything else and stuff. I think. Well, you know what? Don't quote me on that because I don't have it on my phone right now. It's free. It was almost like a trial because you actually have to do a little bit of hackery to trick the Google Play Market. In my case, because I'm on Android, to trick the Google Play Market to think that your phone is actually using the Japanese marketplace, right?
Oh.
And it's basically just a little like network hack you do on the phone itself. Telling it, we're gonna spoof you. You're not in the U.S. or the U.K. or Europe. You're in Asia. Have fun. And I got it after messing around with freeing up space on the phone storage to make room for it.
Yeah.
And basically what it is you take Miku, and you're her agent, basically. And you're training her and working her up to be the diva and idol that she is in her other, entities and stuff. Other, how all the fans know her. And it's cool, because she sings songs that the fans of her rhythm games would know. This isn't a rhythm game, though, so just listen, hold on. She plays songs about play songs from the four games that are out, the rhythm games: Project Diva, Second, Extend, and F, as and the PS2 and PS3 extensions are just extensions, nothing really added in music.
Okay.
Project Diva F on PS3, the actual PS3 version, does add more songs. And I hope to get that. It sounds so much fun. Anyway, what you do is, since it isn't a music rhythm game, you basically build up her fan base and stuff by if ever anyone anyone watching has played Fruit Ninja, where you just like swipe on the screen, and go on fruit and like cut it in half and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the kind of motion.
Yeah, I played Fruit Ninja before.
Yeah, I mean, it's across everything. It's on iOS, on the iPod, iPad, iPhone. It's on, I think, even on Wii and stuff. You take the Wiimote and go like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm thinking it would work on that, if it's not there yet. Anyway, that's the kind of gameplay that's in live stage producer, right? Besides that, you have like an an outside mess. It's like a top down. The characters are chibi, they're small, and you basically get her like gigs and stuff. You're her agent, her manager. You can get her work, right? And then she does a concert, and all these like objects fly up, and you like fruit ninja attack them. Best I can say, because that's easy to relate to. And if it's like a spiky object, like or like a bomb or something, and you strike it, you screw up your progress bar. So as long as it isn't that, and you go, you can build up combos and stuff, and you build her up, and she gets more and more popular. And I'm imagining when you beat the game, or beat everything it offers, that she becomes she works her way up to the diva that she is. But here's one caveat of it: to get past the first couple songs, you have to buy into it, like buy credits to unlock more.
Okay.
And if you wanted to go all out and just get the maximum possible, at a time or whatever, it's 48,000 yen, which is like $52. No.
Yeah, they seem to do that. Like they always have free games, but then they have content.
It's free for a moment.
Yeah. So I was able to pull up the information about that Dot Hack movie.
Oh.
The English title is just called Dot Hack the Movie, but it seems like the Japanese title is Dot Hack Beyond the World.
Okay.
This is this is a CG. It's all CG. A movie that was released in January of last year, and
it's a new one.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of the older school ones, like from the late '90s when the TV series were out.
No. It's a brand new movie. It's all CG. The graphics are amazing. The facial expressions are awesome, and the story is actually very exciting, and it's just great.
Given I know I mentioned this in a previous a previous episode, but I saw the series Sword Art Online, and I knew it was very similar to the Dot Hack concept.
Yeah.
So since I've seen SAO, and hopefully they're going to continue it because there's more of the novels to animate, more material. Anyway, maybe I'll pick it up.
Sure.
It sounds interesting. Don't necessarily say that much of the story unless you feel you can not spoil it. But
I mean, I think it's the I mean, I don't know much about Dot Hack because I never played the games. I read the Twilight story, the one that's like a three volume manga, and it's just this kid who gets a special character, I think, and then and that's what happens in this movie too. But it's the story was awesome. It was very exciting. I loved watching the movie. The graphics were just like awesome. The graphics weren't realistic, like the textures weren't realistic, but it was the coloring, and the lighting that really kind of it was very magical, and it was very nice to watch it. So I think if you were to watch it, you'd probably enjoy it most likely.
I have a question for you though. You ready?
Yeah.
Team Jacob or Team Edward?
I think I'd go for Team Edward only because he's a vampire, and
well played. I was hoping you'd get the reference.
But if I went for Team Jacob, nah, I don't think I could go for Team Jacob.
You see, I know nothing about Twilight. I was really only joking. I'm surprised you know even that shit.
Well,
anyway,
I don't read the books either. I tried reading one of the books. I just couldn't do it.
You got bored of it, or you got disgusted quickly, or what?
No, I don't. I don't think disgusted, but just I got bored. It just didn't click with me. But I have been watching the movies. I still have to watch the part 2 of the last book.
Breaking Dawn. Oh.
Yes. So
Jesus.
yeah.
Anyway, all right. That was just a little comedic leeway, but, comedic mentioning, rather. But anyway, So you mentioned what you're watching, or have watched, or wanted to mention.
Mm-hmm.
The 2013 the winter 2013 anime season has started. There's more stuff to come out.
Yeah.
Stupid Skype. You know what? Let me set my Skype to do not disturb, so the retarded sounds don't bother us. Yay! I know I said to do not disturb, you derpy derp. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the winter 2013 airing season in Japan has started. I mean, I get my stuff via fan subtitles and whatever, or maybe sometimes if I can't, I stream, which isn't very often. And you're making me dizzy. And you're making me dizzy, foo. I get a toozy. Anyway, um, yeah, the season started, and let's see, two of the series that I've been looking forward to I'm watching already, as well as continuations like from last season's Little Busters, and Naruto is going to come back for the season, and what else? And To Love Root Darkness ended, or it ended airing. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the last episode yet. But anyway, the two series that I'm watching right now that actually have aired, like that are new to the airwaves, well, this is just another season, but it's called Minami Ke. What is it? Tadaima? I think they call it Tadaima. It's season 4. And I might have mentioned this in the previous episode, but it's a story of three sisters, high school age, middle school age, and elementary school age, and they all have their quirks. The middle and the youngest always fight. You have to use her as a prop because I don't have a teddy bear here. But she takes a teddy bear. She names it Fujioka. If you've seen any of the series, you'll understand. She was all like, "Urusai, bakayaro, shut up, jerk." And she takes it and chucks it and smacks the other sister in the head with it. It's so funny. And you're smiling. You would like that. It's really funny. There's that one, and there's this other one where its title is similar in wording as. And by the way, let me back up a little bit. The whole Minami Ke franchise is completely slice of life. Okay, and it goes through their daily life and the friends of each of the siblings and how they come together and hang out and stuff, and just funny, quirky moments. And I love the animation. The first season is done by one studio, and the other 3 seasons are done by a second studio. So they changed studios and animation styles a little bit, but the voice actors stay consistent throughout the whole thing. So I think it's very well done. It's one of my favorite shows ever. So, the next one, okay, so you know how like there's last season's Ore-emo, right? Or Oremo, how people want to mispronounce it. Like my little sister, you really can't be that cute. That series, yeah. There's this other series that's like similarly named, but it's nothing to do with like sibling infatuation and crap like that. It's called Ore Shura. I don't remember exactly what's I can't talk. I don't remember exactly what the long ass name is, but it's basically about these two characters who are totally anti-love. Like they don't care about romance or love or anything. And the what happens is this is just the first episode, so I'm not really spoiling much, and I'm just going off the top of my head. I don't have it in front of me to for resource material. But anyway, the male protagonist, I guess you can call him. His parents completely ditched him in middle school, and he had to live on, make it on his own. So he's like, you know what? Screw love. My parents didn't love me. Why should I love anyone else, right? And he, like his class, because this is like a high school story, like it's a kind of slice of life comedy drama, a little bit of everything. And his class has like, remember in school when you get like assigned seats and stuff, and you get all like change around every once in a while, right? Yeah. Well, his class, I'll make it short because it can get convoluted how to explain stuff. But anyway, this class, first of all, there's this hot girl that moves back into whatever town. I'm guessing outside Tokyo or something, some little smaller town outside Tokyo, where most of the series, these shows take place. And she moves back in. Everyone's like, "Holy crap! Who's that silver-haired new hot girl?" And then the main character who's anti-love, he's like, I don't care. I'm studying. I need to get into medical school. He's trying to get into medical school, and all he cares about is studying, no love, no hanky-panky, no nothing. And so this girl is also like that. But just for some unknown reason to me right now, she basically wants the male protagonist. I forgot his name now. She wants the guy to be her fake boyfriend. And the guy initially says, "Hell no, I'm anti-love. Why the hell would I want to be your boyfriend, fake or not, right?" And actually, the series opens with him reading off some like he was like playing an MMO or an MMORPG, a massive multiplayer online role playing game like WoW and other things. Just so you know what an MMO is, and just in case people don't know, I'm just trying to cover all bases, you know. And like he was reading off all these geeky and nerdy things about his character, like I shall do this to you, and I am the lord of this, and whatever. And he wrote down some notebook, and the girl somehow got the notebook. She started reading off of it, and he's all like, "Holy crap! How the hell did you get that notebook?" And she basically bribes him into being the fake boyfriend with the clause of she had scanned in all the pages of the notebook. Even if he gets the notebook back, she still can taunt him with it. So basically, they're fake coupling, and they're just walking home. All she wants him to do is walk home from school with her, and that's what I know. But that's what I'm watching so far this season. That was long and convoluted and crap, but whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah. Then there's actually one look. I'm almost done. What I'm looking forward to next, that's airing actually tonight into tomorrow in Japan. Actually, so when I come home from work, it'll probably be out. Yay! It's called Takako Market or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's by Kyoto Animation, or lovingly shortened to Kyo Ani. They did K-On!, they did Suzumiya Haruhi, they did Kanon. They did a lot of the more popular series. God bless you. My video my live video is kind of lagging a little bit, so it was like in slow motion, like like that. It was pretty funny. Anyway, so yeah, Takako Market, or Tamako, not Tamago, because Tamago means egg. Tamago or Takako Market, I forget exactly what it's called, but it's about this girl whose father runs like a fruit stand in a market, and then it's in her life in school or something. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but that's airing tonight. Like probably like right now, it's almost airing in Japan because they're like 14 hours ahead of us. And yeah, there's other shows I might pick up too. Like there's another series, charging your iPod. There's another series coming that's out that I might pick up called Amnesia. I'm not sure if I'll watch it yet, but you go ahead and mention another thing you want to mention, because I'm taking the stage too much.
That's okay. Well, yesterday at Anime Club, I showed this movie. It's a 2-hour long movie called A Letter to Momo.
Uh-huh.
And, I can't remember what studio it's by, but it kind of looks like Studio Ghibli did it.
I would know. I'm a huge Ghibli fan.
But it's not not a Studio Ghibli movie. I know that for sure. But the style kind of reminds you of it, and
that makes more sense. Yeah.
And the fluid animation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I think it was very well animated, and also the story was very nice. It's this girl who goes, I think, to spend summer at her in the country, at her grandparents' place,
Uh-huh.
and it's like in the middle of nowhere, and she ends up she goes to the attic of their place, and she finds this box that was sealed, and there she finds an old illustrated book, and I don't know how old the book is. It's probably like before medieval times. That's how old it is, and it has like illustrations of these legendary monsters that they call it yokai. And,
legendary Pokemon.
um, and there's like 3 of them that she sees in the book, and then later on they're gone from the book. The illustrations are gone from the book, and she starts
Creepy.
seeing shadows following her, and eventually those shadows turn into those monsters that escape from the book. So
Damn.
these monsters, they're human shaped. Um, they're not like very tall. They're probably like one of them is probably like 6 or 7 feet tall. The other ones are shorter.
Mm.
Um, so but they're like causing havoc and stuff and stealing food. Um, and they just keep doing all this silly stuff. Um, I wasn't able to finish watching it at Anime Club because we didn't have time to. So I kind of had to end the movie in a bad note, like because at the end it gets like very emotional and kind of like climaxy. So
Hmm.
um, so I'll have to finish watching it some other time. But
Hmm. Now, if you don't
I
mind, I
think
just
it's a
want to
great
clarify.
movie.
Yeah, I just want to clarify something in case people don't know that you work at your local library and
Yes.
you run was it Tuesday nights, right?
Um, yeah, Tuesday nights, like once a month.
Was it the first Tuesday of every month or something?
Yep.
Okay, so the first Tuesday of every month, Derek here works at his local library, and he works. He runs an anime club where they watch random stuff. How long can you take on the clock to do that?
2 hours.
So basically, you get paid to watch anime. You can't get anything better than that. Um, Now, what's the age range of people in your club there? Just I'm curious.
Anyone can come really. Actually, 13 and up.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So,
all I have is all I have is middle school students and high school students because the high school and the middle school are like right across the street from the library.
uh-huh.
Um,
Isn't also like a local Stop and Shop and stuff across the street too?
uh, there's a food market. Yeah.
That's what I remember the last time I visited your area. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I miss your area. I wish we can. I wish I had the resources to move down there.
Yeah.
Oh, it will be fun, but
Yep.
not quite yet. I've got to figure stuff out
Sure.
if I want to if I want to do that. Um, that sounds like fun. I mean, is there anything objectionable that you for anyone under 13 that you would show?
That's the thing. I don't show anything. I mean, I don't show anything that's like R rated or anything, but I
Uh,
also don't show anything that's not good for under 13, like Bleach or Naruto.
right, right. Um,
So I always have to keep it PG-13. That's the
oh
rule.
no, of course. I mean, you can't play any like hardcore hentai, even if it's a joke. I mean, that's no. Maybe the high
Especially since
school.
I use loudspeakers and a big screen to do it.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't fly. Uh, um, another question about that. A
Sure.
majority of the time, a majority of the time, what kind of media is it? Is it a DVD? Is it a fan sub download? What is it?
Um, it's a fan sub download, and I always try to make it. I always try to show things that haven't been released in America, that haven't been
Well, that's
licensed
good.
in America.
That's
So
great.
that's what I
That's
always do.
that's how I would do it for people that are retarded about anime. Like what I've ranted about this before. I just want to touch upon the fact that people only watch what's on TV or what they buy, right?
Hmm.
And they don't realize that all the good stuff first starts in Japan and then selectively it comes here, and many things don't come here officially,
Yep.
right? Like Minami Ke, that series is not available anywhere in the U.S. I mean, yeah, you can freaking import the DVDs or Blu-rays and figure out how to play them, but have fun understanding let's speak Japanese. So, I mean, if that show ever gets brought to the U.S. officially, like a license and stuff, they better do it right, if at all.
Hmm.
Because I'm very faithful to the show, and if they kill it, I'll have some speaking to do to them. Uh, um, but anyway, yeah, that's great that you're showing stuff. I don't know, maybe find some early Minami Cat episodes and show it to your viewers, to your club
That's a good
members.
idea.
It's a good series. It's really funny, especially for the. I don't know. It's about sisters. Maybe it'll touch base with the girls in your group. Who knows? I mean, it's fun for anyone.
Yeah.
I'm a completely guyly guy, and I enjoy it very much. It's just funny. It's just random gags that make me laugh so hard. There's one scene in the first episode. This is all I'll mention about it, and then we'll move on. But like the first scene in the first episode, like it's a Sunday morning, and like the eldest sister and the youngest sister are awake, and they're trying to figure out what to make for lunch. Like there's no parents around. Their parents are always busy overseas or whatever at work, or it's only the kids that you see, the sisters, and they're trying to make a lunch or dinner or something. And then the middle sister, Haruka is the eldest. Then it's Kana in the middle, and Chiaki is the youngest. So Kana is the last one to wake up on a Sunday. She wakes up, she like puts her hair in her pigtails and crap, and then she comes out to the kitchen to her sisters. They're all like, "Hey, Kana, you're awake." She's like, "Yep, I'm awake." You know what the first thing I'm gonna do is go back to bed. They're like, "Get the hell in here, help us cook." It's all like, what? Yeah, it's just a silly moment. I mean, it's not that funny, but when I first saw it, I didn't expect it, and I was like, really? You're a stupid middle school girl. What the hell are you doing? Get your ass out here. You took the shovel to make your hair up too. Yeah, I just kind of gave away a scene, but that's just one of many scenes. It's like Minami Ke is based off of a four panel manga, kind of like Manga Daio, kind of like Yotsubato, that kind of style. And each episode is self-contained. Like, you can have one episode about their love affair with whatever, like a misunderstanding that actually happens in the second episode. There's some misunderstanding with a love letter. It's really funny. I won't spoil that. And then another episode about cross-dressing or something. Not to, like, weird proportions, but just for the funnies. So there's no real, I mean, you can pick up a random episode, and besides not knowing who the hell the characters are, the story doesn't matter. So it's really effing funny. And season 4 is, I have huge hopes for season 4. They better do it right. And like, sometimes they mention other shows and stuff. Not really, but sometimes they like lean towards like an idea from it. It's like, really? And I don't know, it's fun.
Oh, speaking of something funny, I gotta ask you something. Do you know what the term OP delivers means? Or like
original poster delivers?
Something like that. Yeah, original poster. But like, do you know like when it's usually used, the term like.
Well, I know like when you're on a message board, like a forum message board, like the OP is the person that starts the thread.
Yep.
And then when you responds later in the thread, maybe he answers or solves a problem in the thread he delivers.
I guess, yeah, it could be like that. But
that's all I can think of.
Yeah, there's also like scenarios where OP doesn't deliver, so everyone is just like, everyone is just like waiting for OP to deliver, because OP never did. Because like, for example, you'll see like some sort of like rage comic where you're waiting for it to be funny, but it ends up not being funny. So you're like, when is OP gonna deliver? So
I see.
So there was this kid who took OP Deliver to the next level, and he actually literally delivered. So here's what happened. I can't remember his username at least, but this is what happened. Someone left like a McDonald's bag with like McDonald's trash in it and some other stuff.
Ew.
And when he and they left it on his lawn. So he went and picked it up, and he looked inside the bag, and he found someone's like medical bills, and of course it had their name and address. So the next time he posted, he followed that up with a video where he went and delivered the bag to the person's house.
Ew, with the garbage and the med bills?
Yeah. So
that is going too far.
So he's going. He goes in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden you start hearing people yelling and everything. and he's like, oh, this looks like it's an African American neighborhood. So he starts getting scared and stuff. So he finally finds the place, knocks on the door. This lady shows up, and he's like, "Oh, is this where so and so lives?" And she's like, "Yeah, but she's not here." And he's like, "Oh, well, she left this on my lawn the other day, so I'd like to give it back to her. I mean, it's got her medical information here and everything, so I'd like to give it back." And the lady was like, "Oh, I don't think that was her who left it there. No, no way, it couldn't be." And I'm just thinking, lady, it's got her name on medical bills and everything. Um, so eventually she just took it. They said bye, and then um, before they ran away, it was OP delivering and the other guy recording. So it was two guys doing it. And so OP goes up to the camera and he's like, "Okay, guys, before we start running, I'll tell you something. I took a shit in the bag." And then they ran.
Oh man, that's
That was
nasty.
so funny. And thus OP delivered.
It's kind of nasty.
It was funny. She shouldn't have.
No, it is funny, but it's nasty.
That was very irresponsible of whoever did that. Um.
Man, I love my KO figures next to me, but
Uh
these freaking guitars. This is Oz's guitar, her rhythm guitar. It's annoying to keep in her hands.
huh.
If I can freaking have her,
I have
there you go.
I have a Final Fantasy IX Garnet figurine, and she has this like mage staff that won't stay in her hands at all. Even though it's
Oh
got
man.
a little node for you to attach it, it just
Uh
won't
huh.
stay on. It keeps falling off.
That sucks my balls.
Yeah, it's so annoying
Hard.
when that happens. So,
You can't see her. Oh, you can see her head right here.
huh?
That's Yui. I have
Oh,
Yui right here. This is Yui's Gita,
oh yeah, Gita. So,
and the other four are like, seriously, you name your freaking guitar.
yeah, she did. So, listen.
But to be fair, Mio calls her bass Elizabeth. Elisabetta. Um. Anyway.
Well, you said you'd probably try watching the new Pokemon series for Generation 5.
Eee, son of a bitch. What?
You said
I'm
that you'd
messing with
try
freaking
watching.
Mio's guitar.
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, I've been so out of Pokemon. Not to say that I dislike it. I'm just so out of it. Oh, you son of a monkey. Sorry. I'm trying to get this damn guitar in her hands right. That's why. This is the only thing about these. I want to get a freaking display case to put my Figmas in because it's just annoying. Anyway, I don't know. I might have mentioned this in the previous Slice episode, whatever. But in 11th grade, some douchebag stole my Game Boy Color. That was the era of gold and silver,
yeah.
back in 2002, 2001, 2000, 2001.
Mhm.
And some douchebag whistle, speaking whistle, ding. Um, yes, it's in her hands. She's going back on her position. Yes! It's not exactly how I want it, but fuck you. Anyway, excuse my French. I don't know if I can get into Pokemon again. It's repetitive. It's the repetition is what is probably gonna turn me away because I don't know. I was younger. I was like 17. It was like in the in thing. It's not the out thing now. But like I don't know. Um,
Okay. Um.
and and to be fair, I don't have a 3DS.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just asking because I was
I mean for the TV series.
yeah.
Are they making an X and Y TV series too?
Oh, so you know about X and Y.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's all over.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention is that the new generation has been announced.
Hmm.
On X version and Y version.
But why X and Y? That's
I don't know. Apparently, it's got to do with
chromosomes?
with I'm thinking, yeah, and also something to do with Norse mythology.
Okay.
But yeah, the announcement on Nintendo Direct was yesterday at 6 a.m. So
Hmm.
I got up at 6 a.m. to watch it, and soon after that, I was like drawing one of the legendary Pokemon for the one for Y version, and I uploaded it to DeviantArt, and it was getting like a bunch of views already, and it was pretty funny. Um, so this is pretty interesting because it's finally on 3DS. It's
Hmm.
less
Oh
title,
yeah.
and it's not sprites anymore. It's actual
Oh yeah. No, no, it's
models.
total. Right, it's total 3D models. It's completely. You can use the slider on the 3DS and stuff if you want that 3D effect.
Yep.
Yeah,
Did you
the 3D.
did you see the trailer?
No, again, like I said, I'm not interested, but I'm sure it's
Oh.
fine.
Yeah, it was pretty
Um,
interesting.
yeah. Ever since my Game Boy Color was stolen, I lost the spirit to continue because it's something my brother and I would do together. He was like in middle school, and we'd always like link our Game Boys together and battle and stuff, like old
Mhm.
school. And no, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Oh well.
But you know what? I give it to Pokemon for getting me into J culture
Oh really?
because yeah, because before I knew, I mean, like back when Pokemon first series was on, like late '90s, early 2000s, right?
Mhm.
Um, of course I didn't know this was anime yet, but my brother and I would wake up at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, have breakfast, and then watch Pokemon on TV. And I didn't realize it was anime, right? That was technically my first anime show. Technically, Mackie.
Mackie.
Um, yeah, he's excited for something. Like someone's got a treat or something. Anyway,
He's excited
yeah.
because he wants to be on Slice of Desu.
He. You know how animals are with electronics. But anyway, that's another thing I want to mention briefly. But anyway, he's outside now. He's right outside my window here.
Oh.
Um, he, Pokemon was technically my first exposure to anime, but I didn't know. I don't see how I couldn't know, but I didn't realize it was anime.
Yeah,
Right? I didn't realize
that's
those like a lot of kids.
that's what happened to
I
me
didn't
when
realize.
I was watching Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
I
a
didn't
lot of
have
people
any.
don't realize. A lot of people don't realize that stuff when you first see it, that whatever you're watching, maybe is or isn't anime because you see it in English, and it's like, oh, it's just another random English cartoon, whatever, right? But of course, we both know we've grown a lot with it and everything. We know it's not, whatever. But then I guess it's turning into like a segment where we tell how we got into anime, but whatever. Because I don't think we did that yet. Where'd you go?
In the closet.
Oh, you're coming out of the closet? Gah. Is it someone who I shouldn't be mentioning? You're looking for him?
No,
Oh, okay.
go
Sit
on.
down. Sit down, Link Monkey.
Dude,
I'm
just
just
keep
kidding.
going. I'm listening to you.
No, I'm joking, I know. So I guess this will be a segment of how we got into anime. Alright? So Pokemon was technically my first exposure, but I didn't realize it. And then, some years later, um, freaking Cartoon Network had finally come to Comcast
Come.
Network. To the Comcrap. Yeah, I hate them so much. Um, there is no spoon. They finally came to Comcast after like we're doing like back then they were doing like trial runs of new stations to the network, like what was it called, like Preview Network or some crap, where they had like one station airing on that station as a preview for a week, and Cartoon Network was 1 week, and then finally they actually added it, and back then I learned about no other than Sailor Moon. I started with the Sailor Moon series, like semi-officially, when I realized what everything was,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in the dub. And it was luckily it was in the third and fourth seasons, which are the only ones last ones that were dubbed into English. And then I'm like, I'd like to see how this all started because it's really confusing. Because the way they aired it was the end of the fourth season, where a lot of stuff goes down, and then it loops back into the third season. And I'm like, wait, what the hell? Two of these characters were falling down like a ledge of doom. And they're okay. What? And because I'm not going to spoil anything, because Cookie, that Chips Ahoy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, I'm jealous. I love Chips. I like the Chewies better. Anyway,
Oh.
that's not what she said. So then I go back and I get. This was my huge mistake. Before I realized what the hell I was doing, I was just still learning as I went. I went and got the first couple volumes of the DIC dub, the DIC dub of Sailor Moon, which is horrible. Do not watch it because it's just horrible. I mean, for other things like they also did stuff like Inspector Gadget, if you know who he is. They did. There's a DIC produced Inspector Gadget series that was fine because it was American or North American to begin with. It wasn't from Japan and brought here and completely torn a new one. So I watched that and I'm like, wait, what the hell is this? And then that was the year that I discovered fan subs. But I first found it in the lowest quality possible because we only had dial-up at that time. And like the high-speed internet was still just starting to emerge to residential.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're having a pudding and a cookie? Yeah, that's quite the life. So yeah, first, do you remember Real Player? Do you remember that player? REAL player, Real Player? Yeah, the first pioneer in online streaming of stuff before like Flash and other stuff took over and some years later.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, somebody took VHS recordings of fan subs, which is how they would do it in the 80s and 90s. And they ripped it into .rm format. And it's a .rm file. It was like 50 megs or something, or 20 megs for a half hour or something, maybe 100. And over dial-up, it'll take like 8 hours to get one episode. That was painful. If you remember dial-up, we're not that far in age, so we both had dial-up at one point.
Yep.
And I got it like that. And then, slowly I got high-speed internet, and I collected the entire series in Japanese with English subtitles. And I'm like, OM freaking G. This is so much better. And from then on, I refuse to watch anything in English if I can help it. Until convention Otakon 2011, when we were forced to watch K-On! In English while we were waiting for another panel to start in the same room. And to be honest with you, very few dubs are good. K-On! Is decent in English, but anyway, that's how I got started. So I started watching, technically started watching Pokemon, didn't realize what it was, started watching Sailor Moon and went from there. And now I'm a fan for as long as I feel as much as I want to.
Go get him.
No, my dad's messing with him. Anyway. So yeah, what's your story of how you got into anime?
Well, I think I first started watching Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, and Kimba, the Lion King.
Okay.
Yeah. But at that point, I didn't know what anime was. In fact, did you say that Inspector Gadget was an anime?
No. Inspector Gadget was just produced by DIC Entertainment, which also did the first 2 seasons of Sailor Moon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? Let me just say this though, before I forget. When DIC had the rights, first of all, Toei, T-O-E-I, Toei Animation, Toei Entertainment in Japan, their counterpart in the U.S. was DIC, right?
Okay.
And they got the rights from Toei for the first 2 seasons. The first season was atrocious. I've ranted about this before, and I'm not going to take time to do it again now necessarily. But they got the first 2 seasons. The second season wasn't so bad. In the first season, they call the characters are called Sailor Soldiers or Sailor Warriors, right? Because in the original Japanese, there's much more of a serious tone and whatever, right?
Okay.
And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Sailor Moon is getting re-released in a brand new series that's coming out this summer. Summer 2013. That is going to be awesome. I can't wait as a fan. Anyway, the second season wasn't so bad because they started calling them Sailor Soldiers, which is much closer to the original interpretation or whatever, right? But the second two seasons that were dubbed into English were taken by a company called Cloverway. Completely different studio, different voices and stuff, or some of the same voices, but like less cut out, but still enough to annoy me. Two of the characters are lesbians, and they make them cousins, stupid edits like that.
Oh yeah.
And so Uranus and Sailor Neptune, they're a legit couple, and they're like, oh yeah, she's my cousin. What? But yeah, Deke is gone. They went bankrupt or they bought up or something, and then restaffed. Yeah, they're gone for a long time now. They've done other things. They did Inspector Gadget on the North American animation side. They've done Sailor Moon. They've done other things too that I can't remember right now. But continue your story. Sorry, Kimba the Lion King and Dragon Ball. You didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I thought it was just like normal cartoons.
That's how I felt about Pokemon, actually.
Well, actually, you know what? For me, Pokemon only started after Dragon Ball GT ended.
Really?
Okay. You see, I used to watch Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, and Kimba the Lion King, in Portuguese dubs.
You know what? To be fair, hold on. Let me now you mention that the international dubs, as far as content, I don't know about the translation and whatever, but the content, like the video, scenes and stuff, are much more intact. I've seen clips of different scenes and stuff in different episodes, let's say in Italian or Spanish or maybe even Brazilian or European Portuguese, right?
Yeah.
The scenes are intact. They don't cut out anything. They do
I
it
don't think they do.
The US. Huh?
No, I don't think they do cut much, or at least they used to.
But it's only the overprotective parents and families in the U.S. It's like, oh my god, homosexuality! Oh my god, no! Everywhere else around the world, it's like they're gay.
Yep.
So, so that's what I really commend the studios that get, or the groups or whatever, the production groups that get objectionable content in series like that and just leave it and just change the voices. The voices may not be the best if you know the original with subtitles or whatever, but if they dub it right, I'm all for it. But Sailor Moon is not gonna. It better have a decent dub when they simulcast the new one.
Yep.
Because I'll freaking strangle someone.
So then later on, so then Pokemon came along. I don't think by then I still knew what anime meant, or knew the word at all. But then I think it was around when the second generation of Pokemon started.
Gold and Silver?
Yes. There was a new Portuguese channel that was like geared towards like college students, and then they started they had an hour called anime. That's what they called it. It was the anime hours, and the first one I watched was Fully Cooley.
FLCL. Yeah. That's a weird one. That's a really weird one. That started airing here like in 2004-ish, like on Toonami on Cartoon Network.
Adult Swim, I think.
Huh?
Adult Swim.
I think they put it to Adult Swim eventually.
Okay.
But it was on regular Toonami, and it was really weird for me because I only knew Sailor Moon and Inuyasha, and those are two of my early series, by the way. Sailor Moon and Inuyasha, because they're both mad long. Sailor Moon's 200 long, the original series, mind you, and that's a new one coming out. No one knows how long it's going to be. Sailor Moon is like 200 episodes, 5 movies, and hold on, not 5 movies, 3 movies and like 5 specials or something. Mm-hmm. 4 specials, 4 specials. It's mad long. It's a really good series. But anyway, Inuyasha is 167 episodes in the first series and like 26 in the second. So that's just so Inuyasha and Sailor Moon are two of the longest series I've ever watched ever. Besides Naruto and Bleach, which are ongoing, but two of the most completed series that are long, that I have finished that are long. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but
Well, and then so I think that's when I realized what anime meant when I started watching
okay.
Fully. And as soon as I started watching Fully, I was like, "What the heck is this?"
That's where I was going. Yeah. That's right. When I only knew the likes of. That sounds horrible. The likes of you. I only knew the likes of Inuyasha and Sailor Moon, like adventure, happy-go-lucky, semi-violent, whatever. But then I came across Fooly Cooly, FLCL, and the music in there is good. Like by the band The Pillows, they have some good stuff. And ironically, they have a song called Little Busters, like the new anime series airing these last two seasons,
Yep.
which of course they didn't know about, right? But anyway, yeah, the whole thing with the rhino coming out of the kid's forehead, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I got completely turned off from it. And it was really weird because I wasn't used to anything weird like that. I wasn't open to anything weird like that yet. I'm sure now, like 5-10 years later, I can watch it. But it was just weird. I mean, since then I've seen much weirder stuff, but that was too weird for me in my juvenile anime fandom there.
Well, for me, it was quite the opposite. When I started watching Fully Cooly, I was just mind blown by it. I was amazed. It was all
Right.
talked about it. It's cool.
For me, I was mind blown to the point where I don't want to see it because it was just too damn weird. But
I thought it was weird too, but I just loved it. I loved watching Fully Cooly. And then along with that, they also showed Trigun and some other show I can't remember. I also remember this one show. It's this girl who wears a tiger pattern bikini. It's like like a tiger fur bikini, and she has what's the color? Like sea green color, like Miku's hair color. Like teal, I think is the word.
Teal, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was an ecchi anime. That's all I can remember. Again. Oh, another thing that channel did is all the anime they showed was all in Japanese with Portuguese subtitles.
Oh, that's cool. Of course, I don't speak Portuguese at all. Maybe I can pick out some like Latin-based words and stuff and figure it out. But that'd be hard for me to watch. But that's cool that they're giving people a chance to understand what it's all about.
Yeah, it was on cable TV and
that's awesome.
They would just leave it in Japanese with Portuguese subtitles.
That's great. Now we're clocking in at like 52 minutes here. And is there anything else you wanted to mention?
Oh, really?
Like,
my goodness. Yeah. Time passes quickly. No, I think that's it. I talked about everything. I mentioned Pokemon X version and Y version. I'm excited for that one. And I think that's it. That's it for today.
Well, not quite. I mean, that's what you want to talk about.
Yes.
I just want to mention something completely Japanese culture related, just what's going on in my life right now.
Sure.
So as I've mentioned before, I work at a local convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
And we get this douchebag that comes in that all he does is ask random people, yo, you got some weed? He comes in and asks people for friggin' marijuana, which here in Massachusetts is illegal to possess. I mean, to sell. If you have it, it's at your own risk. And the cops can judge what they want to do, right? But if you sell it, like it's like any other drug, you're screwed, right? So he comes in and asks people for weed, and this guy comes in. Usually, he comes in any hour, because as I've mentioned, the store I work at is 24 hours, right? Excuse me. And he can come in at 2 in the afternoon. He can come in at 4 in the morning, which is my shift. And yeah, he came in on one of my coworkers' shifts, because actually there's 3 overnighters, me, this girl, and this other guy. and he came in on this girl's overnight, and she happens to be black, African American, right? And this douchebag was asking for weed from some random young kid, like teenage kids in the store. And she's like, please stop and please leave. And he's like, okay, N-word. That's not going to fly. If I see him, he's getting a swift metaphorical kick. I'm not touching him. He's like disgusting. A swift metaphorical kick out the door, and I'm physically calling the police. So
I'm surprised you haven't yet.
I know. I've mentioned him to you before. I know. But he's just sitting there being weird, and he hasn't caused any trouble yet. But that's trouble for customers. I don't want him to what's the word? Provoke the wrong person, like someone that could be aggressive. I don't want any fight in my store.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I'm dealing with too. And just also, kind of semi-briefly, last night, like early morning, like 12 hours ago-ish, like wee hours in the morning, I had to call my internet provider because I was watching a YouTube video and all of a sudden it just stopped dead air, dead in the water. I'm like, what? Is YouTube giving me issues? And I refreshed it and the entire network was down. And I called my provider, RCN, which is available. You're just outside RCN's scope. If you go down to like New York City and in Queens and Brooklyn, you can get RCN. They're really good, and they're also in Philadelphia, here in Boston, and in Chicago. Anyway, they're regional, so they're not really big. I can do whatever I want on their network, like torrent and do whatever, and they don't care because they're not Comcast or Verizon. Anyway, and I called this guy after being on hold. The typical, thanks, your call is important to us. Please hold, and the next available agent will be with you shortly. That kind of dumb recording, right? And I get this guy who's totally rude, and I was just trying to verify some information. He goes, "That's what I said, sir. I'm sorry for any inconvenience." And I wanted to freaking punch him in the face through the phone. And I also kind of screwed up my network. My friend and I had to do some hackery to get the router working right.
Okay.
And I mean, because I want all my systems online, I could have physically just gone online with my laptop with a cable, right? Or I have a secondary router. I could have fixed it up, but no. If I want to work if I had set up. So that's what I've been dealing with lately. I go into work tonight at 11, as always, and I'm gonna have to take a nap soon. Not quite yet. I mean, soon, like in a couple hours. And I guess we can cut it here. I mean, this was an interesting discussion we had, random stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I like when we're talking and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, dude, we only got 5 minutes left.
Mother!
Really? Didn't even notice.
Let's see, how much do we have left now? We got technically like 3 minutes-ish if we want to do exactly an hour, but...
No, that's okay. I think we can cut it for now. Do you want to sign off or do you want me to sign off?
Well... Whatever you want to do.
I did it last time. You do it.
Okay, but I just want to say, is there anything else you want to mention briefly, like any last thoughts or whatever? We're making this like Jerry Springer final thought. You remember Jerry Springer, right?
Yes.
It's the Jerry Springer show, and he always also has his final thought, like about the hoes and skanks fighting, and it's all like, don't worry, you know what? Just have a happy and have a good day and take care of yourself.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought of that. I mean, because it's like a final thought for the show and stuff.
Actually, I do have a final thought.
Sure.
I am holding this I told you about. I am holding a giveaway with tons of prizes to commemorate the 5th anniversary of my comic, Mooncross 24.
Oh, cool.
So I'll just put a link up to the giveaway. The giveaway has like six steps that you can take. You don't have to do them all. You can just do one, and by doing one of the steps, you can have that equals an entry to the giveaway. So I'll just post a link up to it, either in the description or the video itself.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Well, this has been Slice of Desu, Slice 5, right? Is it Slice 5 already?
Yep.
It's our 5th week. Wow, already.
Yep.
Slice of Desu, Slice 5, and get your slice before it runs out. See you later.